2026 is shaping up to be a huge year for bushcraft gear, and knives are still the heart of any camp loadout. When you head off trail or hike into deep woods, a knife becomes more than a tool. It feels like a lifeline if weather shifts fast, firewood runs short, or you need to dress game before night falls. We spent time looking at what folks actually trust in the field, rather than what just looks cool online. Our thoughts come from real talking around camp and shared stories from outdoors people. So if you want a blade ready for nature's tests, let's get into the lineup. Off-Grid Ridgeback. The Off-Grid Ridgeback stands out for campers who want a tough fixed blade that rides easily on a belt. The blade uses D2 steel, which holds an edge for long periods during outdoor use. While batoning thick logs might be tough for its size, this knife excels at medium tasks, like carving notches, trimming kindling, or food prep. The handle uses G10 scales, which add traction even when rain hits or when you work with wet gloves. The blade length strikes a nice balance for control and quick movement during precise cuts. We tested the Ridgeback during a weekend hike and used it to build a simple fire setup. It sliced tinder, shaved bark, and carved sticks without slipping. The Kydex sheath snaps firmly, which holds the knife steady so you move confidently on uneven ground. Travelers and backpackers often look for a fixed blade that performs without weighing them down. This model fits that category well. It feels like a compact tool that can float between kitchen prep in camp and small carving tasks at the fire ring. SOG Pillar Fixed Blade Knife. Kicking things off, the SOG Pillar Fixed Blade sets a serious tone for this list. When you first hold it, you feel that full tang steel that runs through the handle, which gives it strength for hard field tasks. The blade has a clip point design, which allows a sharp tip for carving feather sticks or piercing into tough material while camping. The canvas micarta handle has a textured feel, so your grip stays confident even if your palms get sweaty during long cutting sessions. A sheath comes with it, which locks the knife in place so you keep it close on your belt or pack. We use this knife splitting kindling for a fire and also slicing food around camp. The blade kept its edge through both chores. That is rare at this price point. Switching from camp chores to carving tools for bushcraft becomes smooth with the pillar. Many fixed blades can feel bulky or heavy, but this model stays balanced and nimble. That balance, paired with the steel and comfortable grip, makes it a solid match for bushcraft travelers who need one trusted knife. Now, moving over to a more pocket-friendly option in the same spirit. Cold Steel Finn Wolf. The Cold Steel Finn Wolf brings that Scandinavian-style folder format to bushcraft, which makes sense for travelers who prefer a compact tool instead of a full-sized belt knife. The triad lock system holds the blade securely, which prevents it from folding back when pressure shifts during carving. The blade has a Scandi grind, which bites into wood fibers deeply and gives good control while shaping tent pegs or cutting a notch for cord. I used a Finn Wolf trimming branches to set up a tarp shelter. Even after repeated cuts on green wood, the edge stayed sharp. The handle has a slim build, but keeps a secure feel thanks to its checkered texture, which adds grip without discomfort. The thumb stud placement makes it easy to open one-handed. The pocket clip allows quick access during trail breaks. The lightweight build works well for long-distance hikers, counting every ounce. If you want bushcraftability without carrying a full tang, the Finn Wolf becomes a great transition from camp knife to pocket-sized utility. With that folder handled, we moved toward a compact fixed blade that surprised us in testing. Morakniv Kansbol. If you know bushcraft, you know Morakniv always brings simple quality. The Kansbol blends features of their utility knives with a bit more thickness in the blade, which allows light batoning or scraping tasks. A stainless blade runs through a comfortable polymer handle that stays secure in cold weather, which matters when your hands stiffen on a frosty morning. The spine near the tip has a squared grind and pairs well with a ferro rod to strike sparks cleanly. We used a Kansbol processing fire, prep, and slicing meat during lunch. The blade shape transitions well from push cuts on wood to slicing through soft food without tearing. Some versions come paired with a survival kit, which adds a fire starter and sheath attachments so your carry options expand for belt or pack mounting. It feels like one knife that adapts to daily camp needs. When your trip demands reliable performance without high maintenance, the Kansbol keeps showing why it stays a favorite in outdoor circles. Let's move into a heavier-duty bushcraft blade built for deep woods work. Tops Knives Bob, brothers of bushcraft. Tops designed the Bob Fieldcraft knife with practical use in mind, which becomes clear once you grip the contoured handle. It fills the palm and gives control during pressure cuts. The full-tang blade has thick stock that adds confidence for splitting branches for campfires. A 90-degree spine scrapes ferro rods well, which produces hot sparks for firemaking in damp conditions. The Scandi grind extends far down the blade and bites cleanly into wood fibers during carving. During testing, the Bob carved tent stakes, shaved tinder, and processed thicker limbs without chipping. The micarta scales stay comfortable even during long cutting sessions. A small divot in the handle works with a bow drill spindle, which offers another fire option if you need it. The sheath carries vertical or horizontal for flexible mounting on belts or pack straps. Bushcraft travelers want knives that work in real-world scenarios. This knife feels like it was built with those tasks prioritized. HX Outdoors D233. Next up, the HX Outdoors D233 shifts us toward a more tactical-leaning bushcraft design. The knife has a Tonto-style profile, which gives a reinforced point for puncturing hard material or prying bark from logs. The handle uses textured scales shaped to fit the fingers, so you get a stable grip while carving or slicing. A cutout along the blade reduces weight a bit, which helps balance it closer to the handle for better control. We tried the D233 during a wet morning in the woods, cutting cordage and trimming branches to set up a lean-to. The blade punched through knots cleanly where a thinner tip may have slipped. A molded sheath comes included and locks securely so it stays accessible on your belt or pack harness. For campers who want a knife that crosses into tactical roles without losing field utility, this model hits that middle ground. It feels like a knife that offers both protection and practical work use around a fire or shelter. Staying with outdoor performance, the next blade keeps things clean and minimal with trusted Scandinavian steel. Morakniv Garberg. The Morakniv Garberg earns its strong reputation among bushcrafters who need a full tang yet want a clean and simple Swedish design. The stainless blade stretches through the entire handle, which gives confidence when you baton through small logs or scrape hardwood for fire starting. A square ground spine throws sparks easily when paired with a ferro rod, so fire prep becomes simpler without needing extra gear. During one trip, we used a Garberg cutting food, carving tent pegs, and splitting thin rounds for fire. The edge held through all of it without rolling. The handle has a neutral shape, which stays comfortable through varied grips, whether you choke up for fine carving or hold toward the back for more leverage. The included sheath options carry well on belts or packs. Many knives try to do everything with flashy features, but the Garberg proves solid steel, a good grind, and a secure grip can become enough for most travelers and campers. Now, shifting to a blade built with more flair and color for camp work. Buck Compadre Camp Knife. The Buck Compadre Camp Knife stands out instantly thanks to its red powder-coated blade, which adds corrosion protection and helps prevent glare when working around camp. The full tang design gives strength from handle to tip. The blade thickness supports batoning through kindling, while the sweeping cutting edge handles food prep easily around the fire pit. The handle uses natural walnut, which brings warmth and grip in hand without feeling slippery. We field tested a Compadre chopping small branches and peeling bark for tinder. The knife stayed predictable in each swing, which helps when accuracy matters. The included leather sheath holds it firmly and allows fast draw when you shift from one camp chore to another. For travelers who want a tough camp companion with solid heritage backing it, the Compadre fits nicely. buck's heat treatment process keeps the steel sharp throughout several tasks before needing a touch-up. Now, let's slide over to a knife designed for outdoor workers and craftsmen that adapts well for bushcraft. Hultafors OK4 Outdoor Knife. The Hultafors OK4 has Swedish roots like the Moras, but it gives a heavier-duty construction for field tasks. A long polymer handle wraps around the tang, which offers a secure and comfortable grip even over long use. The Scandi grind blade arrives sharp and bites deep into wood. The spine comes squared and ready for striking sparks off ferro rods. A polymer sheath with belt clip houses the knife securely while allowing quick access. During a cold weather outing, we use the OK4 to process firewood, carve cooking steaks, and notch sticks for trap triggers. The grip stayed solid, even with gloves. The edge held steady through repeated contact with dense wood. It felt like a tool built for workers who depend on blades daily. For campers and explorers who want a budget-friendly knife that performs well above its price, the OK4 continues to earn that praise in our testing. Moving forward, we shift from classic Scandinavian roots to a modern tactical fixed blade with camp attitude. JUNGLORD Fixed Blade. The JUNGLORD Fixed Blade pulls your attention with its sleek angles and tactical design. The blade uses stainless steel with a strong point for piercing tasks, while the long cutting edge handles rope, straps, and wood shavings. The ergonomic handle fits the fingers, which helps reduce fatigue during continuous cutting. A molded sheath comes with the knife and mounts securely on belts or packs. We tested this knife during a weekend gear review. It sliced paracord, scraped tinder, and dug into bark for dry material when the wood was damp from morning dew. The balance felt natural, making it easy to control for carving feather sticks or trimming branches. This knife fits hikers or travelers who want tactical styling without giving up camp usefulness. It transitions well between outdoor tasks and general utility while still looking clean. Victorinox Evoke Swiss Army Knife. The Victorinox Evoke brings a fresh twist to the classic Swiss pocket knife many of us carried growing up. This one has a single main blade that opens smoothly, paired with removable thumb studs for one-hand access. The aluminum scales feel strong in hand, and the clean lines make it stand apart from the multi-tool models. The blade has a full flat grind, which slices well through cordage, food, or light wood tasks around camp. A deep carry pocket clip keeps it secure when hiking, which prevents it from falling out when crawling under branches. On a trail break, we used the Evoke to prep snacks and whittle kindling. The edge bit into wood with confidence. A lanyard hole offers another way to secure it when crossing water or climbing. This knife suits bushcrafters who want a minimalist approach without extra tools weighing them down. With that modern twist covered, we move to a knife that blends traditional Swedish feel with premium steel and natural materials. Morakniv Lok BlackBlade. The Morakniv Lok BlackBlade feels like a higher-end take on classic Mora designs. The full tang runs through a contoured ash wood handle, which gives a warmer feel than plastic grips. The blade uses stainless steel with a darker protective coating to reduce glare when working in sunlight. A Scandi grind offers control when carving feather sticks or shaping tent stakes. The spine arrives sharp for striking sparks with a ferro rod, which helps keep things simple in firemaking. During a fall trip, we used the lock splitting smaller logs with a baton and carving pot hooks for camp cooking. The handle shape allowed a steady hold without hot spots after extended use. The leather sheath snaps firmly to keep the blade secure and rides well on a belt. This knife suits those who appreciate both craft and performance when selecting a bushcraft tool. Now shifting to a forest favorite that many woodworkers and hunters swear by for its classic feel. Casström No. 10 Swedish Forest Knife. The Casström No. 10 Swedish Forest Knife feels right at home in wild spaces. The full tang blade pairs with an oak handle that brings warmth and natural texture when held. The steel type maintains a keen edge, which gives it strong slicing performance for field dressing or carving tasks. A Scandi grind helps guide the blade through wood with control, so even new bushcrafters can learn safe carving technique. We tested the number 10 preparing firewood and carving notches for camp hangers. The edge held steady through repeated cuts. The leather sheath carries elegantly and secures the knife with a snug fit. A fire steel loop comes built into the sheath, which allows pairing it with a ferro rod easily. This knife feels like a tool that can stay with you for years, collecting stories each season. Moving away from classic wood handles, let's check out a fixed blade designed for high abuse tasks in the field. Zero Tolerance 0006. The Zero Tolerance 0006 is a large fixed blade purpose-built for hard outdoor use. The blade uses thick, premium steel, which takes heavy chopping and prying without feeling weak. A full tang runs through the handle, which is shaped with textured grips for control. The saber-style grind delivers durability and power behind each swing. When you need to chop limbs to process firewood or clear brush around camp, that grind earns its keep. On a backwoods review trip, we used the 0006 to split small logs and cut stubborn roots when digging a fire pit. The balance felt forward enough to aid chopping, yet the tip remained nimble enough for finer tasks. A molded sheath secures the knife close to the body and keeps deployment smooth. This knife works best for experienced travelers who need a reliable field companion during demanding trips. Now we move to a lighter bushcraft knife that fits into minimalist kits, yet stays ready for regular camp chores. ESEE Camp Lore Gibson JG3. The ESEE Camp Lore Gibson JG3 holds a slimmer profile for controlled woodwork and delicate tasks. The drop-point blade glides through shaving wood or processing tinder. Full tang carbon steel construction holds a sharp edge and allows easy touch-ups with a small stone. The micarta handle gives a warm grip whether hands are wet or dry, which helps keep safe control during precise carving. We worked with the JG3 building tent stakes and carving feather sticks at camp. The slim blade allowed detailed cuts without fighting through the material. While it is not a heavy chopper, that is not its purpose. It shines in fine bushcraft skills and everyday use. The leather sheath secures the knife on a belt where it stays accessible for constant tasks. KABAR Becker BK2 Companion. Alright, now the Becker BK2 Companion brings that well-known overbuilt toughness we expect from this line. The blade is thick, which gives confidence against batoning through logs or pounding into knots where cheaper blades bend or chip. The handle scales sit just right for most hands, which makes it feel comfortable during long carving sessions around the fire. When rain starts and things turn slippery, the grip stays steady. The weight surprises some people at first, but after a while it becomes clear why it matters. That weight helps bite into wood, which saves energy over time. Many campers carry this knife as their only fixed blade because it serves as a chopper and cutter when space is tight. The polymer sheath locks the blade securely, which reduces rattling when walking. This BK2 earns its spot among trusted survival companions for travelers who need one tool they can count on when the unexpected happens. Tops Fieldcraft by Brothers of Bushcraft. Next, the Tops Fieldcraft knife moves into that middle ground between a survival blade and a bushcraft tool. The high carbon steel holds an edge well, which means less sharpening around camp. The spine throws sparks off a ferro rod, which matters if your lighter fails mid-trip. The contoured micarta handle sits comfortably in the hand, which helps prevent hot spots during carving or trap setting. When packing light for multi-day treks, a knife like this plays several roles: food prep, feather sticks, scraping tinder, or cutting cord. A leather sheath comes with it, which keeps things traditional and quiet when walking. People who enjoy long hikes or solo overnights often appreciate tools like this because they provide confidence without feeling bulky. This knife delivers practical function outdoors without overdoing unnecessary features, which lets you focus more on the adventure. Lionsteel M4. Then we come to the Lionsteel M4, which looks sleek but handles real survival tasks with precision. The M390 or Sleipner steel option holds a sharp edge for long periods, which reduces blade maintenance when you are traveling or camping far from the trailhead. The rounded handle scales feel smooth yet secure,
which brings control for slicing tasks. When preparing small game or cutting cord for shelter, a knife like this rewards a steady hand. The fit and finish show craftsmanship rather than mass production. While the blade size stays compact, the performance hits above its class. This makes it popular with explorers who want a knife that stays nimble for delicate tasks, while still holding toughness for everyday carry outdoors. Transitioning from camp chores to meal prep feels natural with this design. Buck Selkirk Fixed Blade. Finally, the Buck Selkirk adds a survival focus without feeling tactical. The drop-point blade handles slicing duties well, which helps through food prep, rope cutting, or shaping stakes for shelter. The full-tang construction supports light batoning for firewood when dry sticks are needed fast. The textured handle fits comfortably with a finger guard, which helps prevent slipping during cold rain. The sheath includes a ferro rod, which provides a backup fire option when lighters are wet. In real survival moments, fire can change the situation, which makes small, built-in tools valuable. The Selkirk works as a steady companion for camping and travel in remote spots, where reliability matters more than flash or marketing talk. The feel, weight, and balanced performance help finish our list on a solid and practical note.